it's more interesting to play a character who's functioning like many of us are behind several layers of masks that change depending on what our.
Channing Tatum and Amber Heard aren't moving in together. Despite a ridiculous tabloid report, for starters, the two aren't even dating. Gossip Cop can debunk the phony premise. Channing Tatum bragged after backing Heard over Depp. Oops. A headline in the latest issue of OK reads, Channing and Amber, it's on, it's not. The magazine, however, claims the two grew close while filming 2015's Magic Mike XXL, at which time he was still with strange wife Jenna Dewan and she was still with ex-husband Johnny Depp. The outlet claims the former co-stars finally became romantic in April, immediately following the actor's separation from his wife of 9 years. An alleged insider tells the outlet that Heard always had a thing for Channing, but didn't pursue him on the set of their movie because he was married. Amber struck after the actor's April split, according to the magazine's supposed source. However, this premise is flawed from the start. Heard was spotted kissing Vito Schnabel at Wimbledon in July after being linked to the art dealer in May. It's not clear if the two are still together, but either way, the actress clearly didn't jump into a relationship with a Tatum back in April. Still, an alleged insider tells the magazine that Tatum and Heard are both really happy and have been floated the idea of moving in together, adding things are going really well. The seemingly non-existent source goes on to say that the two have been trying to keep their romance a secret, but they are to the point where they don't care anymore. They feel they deserve to be happy, and if that's with each other, so be it. Gossip Cop first debunked the false rumors about Tatum and Heard dating back in April. Later that month, we corrected yet another bogus article about Tatum and Heard developing a romance. The phony storylines seemed to have died down for a while, but now OK is once again insisting they are a couple. Only the two haven't been spotted together since the red carpet premiere of Magic Mike XXL back in 2015. Regardless, a spokesperson qualified to speak on Heard's behalf confirms she's not dating the actor. The magazine's article is based on claims from an anonymous and untraceable source, but the actress's rep is going on record to dismiss it. The tabloid are just trying to couple up Tatum and Heard because they co-starred together in a movie 3 years ago. It's not often that Johnny Depp has had good luck in his series of ongoing legal battles with ex-wife Amber Heard, but he recently celebrated a rare victory in court. A Virginia judge denied Heard's effort to get Depp's $50 million defamation case against her denied. And this news couldn't have made Depp any happier. The judge went to great detail about the reasons why she denied Heard's request for a dismissal and even went so far as to call Heard's assertion puzzling. Johnny Depp was recently handed a small victory in court as part of his $50 million defamation lawsuit against his ex-wife, Amber Heard. Heard had petitioned in April to have the suit dismissed after a British court ruled in favor of Rupert Murdoch's publication, The Sun, which had been embroiled in a libel trial with Depp over the outlet's description of Depp as a wife-beater. Depp also lost his appeals case in British trial.
I promise you that no one is safe. Not one of you. Not one of you. Not anyone out that door. No one is safe as long as someone is willing to say one sentence. Takes one sentence.
Heard attempted to use this ruling as a reason for the 2-year-old case's dismissal. The judge went on to explain that because Amber Heard was not a defendant in the case, she was not subject to the same discovery rules applicable to named parties. Askarati also explained that there were differences between the free speech laws in the UK versus those in the US. She also called Heard's assertions puzzling. She continued, The Sun's interests were based on whether the statements the newspaper published were false. Defendants' interests relate to whether the statements she published were false. Johnny Depp's lawyer Ben Chu told Deadline, Mr. Depp is mostly gratified by the court's decision. In a decidedly understated statement, this decision has to be a bit more than gratifying for the actor, considering the fact that he has continued to assert that Heard's statements, including the Washington Post article penned by the Aquaman actress that this case is based on, have negatively impacted his career. In fact, the actor recently claimed that Hollywood is boycotting him as a result of her statements. One of the many eye-popping scenes in the muscle-tastic movie. During the movie's finale, Channing gives Amber's character an erotic dance that leaves very little to the imagination. Channing personally asked his friend to star in the movie, but admitted to us that he probably should have okayed it with her husband Johnny Depp first. "I didn't okay it with Johnny. I probably should have. He might not have let it happen," Channing joked. "I told her the very first conversation that we had. It was over Skype and I was like, look, I just want to tell you that this gets really real at the end of the movie." She's like, "I'm down." I'm like, "I know, but I feel as though you should see it before you say anything. It's very sincere." Amber also opened up to us about the notorious scene and told us how she and Channing first broached the subject on their Skype call. Channing Tatum and Amber Heard's on-screen chemistry cannot be denied, but it seems that Hollywood just cannot get enough of it. Rumors that Tatum and Heard have been seeing each other have been in circulation ever since, and 21 Jump Street star announced his split from ex-wife Janet Dewan back in April. As the rumor goes, Channing Tatum and Amber Heard have been dying to date each other ever since they co-starred together in Magic Mike XXL. Supposedly, Amber Heard was particularly into Channing Tatum during production, but didn't make a move on him, as both actors were still married to their respective partners at the time. Rumors would go on to say that Heard entered Channing Tatum's love life as soon as Tatum and Dewan announced their split earlier this year. More decent stories are even claiming that Channing Tatum and Amber Heard are now ready to take their alleged relationship to the next level by moving in with each other. Fans would expect a 6-month relationship ready for a decision, such as moving in together, to be a particularly big step for a couple. This wouldn't be a problem for Channing Tatum and Amber Heard if they were actually in a relationship, but it means reality shows a different truth. Amber Heard was spotted just last July with known art curator Vito Schnabel engaging in public displays of affection while watching the tennis matches at Wimbledon. Being physically intimate with something else leading up to an eventual decision to move in together does not seem like the best idea for Amber Heard and Channing Tatum, if they really are in a relationship, as the gossip industry claims. It seems that Hollywood's gossip industry is starting to get a taste for pairing up Channing Tatum and Amber Heard, as hard as it pairs ex-couple Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston after their own respective divorces. But the rumor mill is definitely wrong once again in this case, and may not have been as much ammo in the future for pairing the two former co-stars together.